be with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you.
Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome back to Ipswich Bus's Matchday ticket fans reaction. The fans are spilling out of Portman Road here following a disappointing, embarrassing, shambolic. There's many words that I'm sure the fans behind me will describe it as. I've got Goat Colin. He's seen a lot of things at this football club. Let's start with today, obviously, Bolton 5-2. They took us to the cleaners a little bit.
Well, the first thing I've got to say is earlier on, pre-match, I was wondering about Aluko. I've got to say, him, Bon, one or two others, especially Aluko, he's done okay today for me, and I hold my hands up. You know, that old boy done all right. But going on to the game, I mean, I just can't understand our defending.
What defending? We didn't bother doing that.
No, absolutely, Martin, we didn't. And you know, I personally think, this is only my personal opinion, I think our problem's in midfield. We seem to be cut open so easily, straight down the middle, down the width. You know, we just seem to be so easily cut open. I know we've got Morsey coming in, but we still got.
No. If you think Sam Morse is the answer to their prayers out there, our problems run far deeper than a midfield player.
Oh no, I totally agree.
Tactically inept.
Yep, I totally agree. And you know, there were several people on me. I sit Bobby Robson lower, and there were several people who sit around me who were, and that's their prerogative. They were booing and this, that, and the other. And to be perfectly honest with you, I can't understand it. I didn't do it personally because I don't think it actually helps. But I mean, this has got to stop. I mean, yeah, we say it week in, week out, but it's got to stop. I mean, we're playing, you know, home games. We played Morecambe, Wimbledon, MK Dons, and Bolton.
Powerhouses.
Now, let's be honest about it, Martin. I know we played awful today. We've got a bit, apart from one or two players who I've just mentioned. But what we've got to say to ourselves is, you know, we've got to be more sturdy. We've got to want it more. It just seemed, and also I've got to say, to hold your hands up. I mean, I must admit, I thought Bolton, although we played 3 out of 10, I think it'd probably be. It'd be generous. But I thought Bolton at times played really, really well today. I thought they looked a decent side. I thought they knew exactly what they were doing. They exploited our weaknesses all of the time, and as an attacking threat, they were very, very ruthless. They were ruthless, you know.
But it's easy to be ruthless when you don't adapt to the threat in front of you.
Yeah, agreed. But I mean, you know, I don't want. I swear to God, Martin, because we all want Paul Cook to succeed. Now, I don't want us at this moment in time.
I want my football club to succeed. I don't care who does it.
No, you know, every time I do one of these, like, you know, post-match interviews, I'm looking up at Bobby. My dear Bobby, you know, I've been coming here since '64, comes through right through a whole of his reign. And what on earth that man is thinking? He'd be turning in his grave. He absolutely adored this club. He would be turning in his grave because, I mean, it ain't as if we haven't brought, you know, the tools in for Mr. Cook to use, because he's got all the tools. Well, apart from Morsey and Selena. No, the only reason I'm saying that in their defence, Martin, is because they weren't on there today.
No.
You know, so,
but
you know.
he fouled with Lambert's players, and now he's fouling with his own players. Like, how many times are we going to buy the excuses? I'm really banging my head against the wall here because...
Well, another thing I'd like to say, Martin, is this, and I just cannot understand. One thing I cannot understand. I, like you, like Rich, like the fisherman, and others.
Fisherman is clearly
and others. We was down the pre-season friendly against Bury Town. Now, say what you like about Jackson. He came down there. He played a half. Well, I think he did. He played the first half. He went off, and what did I think he was really interested in this club? At that particular time, not really. But he comes on today in a game that we're chasing in front of... I know a lot of people have got their opinions about Piggott, but I personally would not have put Jackson on before Piggott. I just wouldn't. You know, that's just my opinion.
If you want to talk about substitutions, Colin, if you want to come stand here, perhaps
sorry,
telling me you're not quite sure.
Sorry.
If you want to talk about substitutions, you're 5-2 down. You take off Connor Chaplin, who's probably been one of your better threats, along with Macaulay Bonne, and you're on a holding midfield player. You're 5-2 down. It's too late to try and shore it up.
Oh, but you can't defend that, Martin. You just cannot defend that. I mean, but I'm not going to go.
Does he know he's got a suspense to change the game in a positive, proactive way? I mean, I have to ask that question.
I've got to answer it honestly. At the moment, probably not. You know, I've got to answer because you're one of my best friends. You know, I'm going to answer you honestly. No, I possibly not. But you know, where do we go from here? I mean, we're playing Lincoln next week. I've just been informed. Apparently, Lincoln won 5-1 today. That's what I hear against Cambridge.
Yeah.
Is it 5-1 Lincoln won?
It was a hammer him either way.
You know, and we go to Lincoln next week, followed by Sheffield Wednesday. You know, but come on. I mean, we've had 2 whole weeks on the training ground.
Have we?
Well,
we had 10 days on the beach, bro. Look at it.
It didn't look like it to me.
I'll bring Rich in because Rich is a big. No, Rich. You're a big supporter of
mate.
Mr. Cook, and then I'll bring Neil in with some comments from the guys and girls.
The Bolton fans here are a bit lively. They've had a great day. They've had a great day out.
Yeah, they've just come in out of this. Big Paul Cook fan. Does he know he's got a suspense that he can proactively change the game with?
When he brings on Caden Jackson with 7 minutes to go, Martin, and he's got Joe Piggott on, who got, 22 goals lost? Yeah. What are you doing?
Louis Barry?
Why is he at the club?
Well, why is he?
I just don't know. But it's just, I see better defending this morning, under 11s. It was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Yeah. He gets 4 more games for me. He's got 4 more games. You get to 10 games. If you don't sort it out, get out the fucking door, Cook. Because that is not fucking acceptable. That is not acceptable on any level, Martin. Look, respect to Bolton. I thought they played very well. But
made it easy.
What have we been doing for 2 weeks? 2 weeks on the training ground. What have we done?
Absolutely diddly shit.
What have we done, boys, on the training ground?
Absolutely nothing. But when we said this about 2 weeks ago,
the goalkeeper. Oh my!
Hey, look, I got absolutely roasted on a show about that, and I'm not even going to go on that subject again. But he couldn't catch a cold in the flu clinic.
He should have saved. The first goal went straight through him.
Straight through him. Yeah.
Penalty. Nah. Third goal. Nah. Good finish. But it was after that. There was one ball in that second half, wasn't there? When it was like
so indecisive.
Yeah, he was, and you
Matt
could see
that
come across from the crowd as well because everyone was nervous. Things are not going
I
well.
Burgess had his worst game at the football club.
Edmondson didn't look fit.
This is the one I want to ask you about. Could you talk about gel? You know, needs to gel, form partnerships. First chance you get, the one partnership that you may have formed, you change. You take Wolfenden out, you bring in a new centre half, you've got a new goalkeeper. How is that in the way of thinking of gelling and partnerships? Like, has Luke Wolfenden done it so wrong? At the moment Edmondson is fit.
I was talking to the guy behind him. He was at Greg's, to see him in Greg's this morning, looking pissed off, and you think, made one mistake, didn't he?
Opening day.
The 2 midfielders, he keeps selecting them.
He is so scared about taking them off. He won't take them off.
He had to do it against MK Dons.
Yep.
He had to he brought Tom Carroll on to shore it up. He's had to do the same again today, Mike, because he's got two midfielders there and they're not doing their jobs. They don't complement each other. They do the same things. One of them has to go. For me, Morsey, when he's in the team. I might even play Carroll with him because at the minute, Lee Evans is absolutely stinking the place out.
See, I disagree. I think Lee Evans is carrying Raheem Harper on his shoulders. Raheem Harper, I did more to that there today than Raheem Harper did.
You give him player of the year after 5 minutes of a pre-season friendly.
They're not complimenting each other though. It's about complimenting
Definitely,
each other, and they're not doing it. And Raheem Harper, we're told by Chris at West Brom.
I'll tell you who one of our best players was today. Who? Sonny Aluko. I thought he had a decent game. I thought he had a decent game. And we moaned about him, didn't we? Looked off the pace, but I thought he played well. There was only 3 players for me come out of credit. Him, Macaulay Bonne, Wes Burns.
Colin Chapman put himself about.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's frustrating, Martin. We're 6 games in now. We've let 15 goals in. We've shipped 11 at home. We go to Lincoln next week. You know, they've won 5-1 at Cambridge today. They're going to be absolutely buzzing. We're going to go there. We're nervous.
But where's the plan B? As I said, against Wimbledon.
There isn't. There's one way of playing, and he's going to stick to it. But we did find that out when we had Freddie from Portsmouth. Said he's stubborn. He's going to be so stubborn, Martin. He's going to be so stubborn, it's going to cost him his job. It will do.
Because that's what Bottom
And I'm a Cook fan. But how much longer do the owners put up watching that? They're in America watching that game. Mark Ashton's there in the director's box. We as fans are sitting here. The game was dead after 55 minutes, and we were going through the motions for 35 minutes there.
Well, I was out here 80 minutes setting up, but no, I don't know, mate. I have to come and try and be balanced and neutral, and today I'm really pulling my hair out thinking, how can I do that? Because it's the worst I've seen in a long time, and I haven't been here for a year, obviously, but it's the worst I've seen in a long, long time. And I just feel if previous managers had taken off an attacking midfielder for a holding midfielder at 5-2 down, the place would have fucking lynched him. These players want us to stick with them. We don't owe them anything. They owe us. They're the new guys here. We're the incumbents. You prove to us why you should be wearing the shirt.
We'll always be here. We'll be here long after all.
Why should any of them be wearing the shirt next week? You've got 19 new players through the door. Why should any of them be wearing the shirt next week?
I know what you're saying, but he's not going to have a whole new 11.
But Paul Cook, you said about the owners. Progress. They want to see progress. Are you seeing progress there? Because he's had his players, and now he's had Lambert's players, and the fucking difference is what? 2 goals?
He's had 2 weeks on the training field. That's what worried me today, watching that. You know, he's like a start of the season all over again, wasn't it? We've had this international break, we've come back today, and we scored first. We scored after 4 minutes. Yeah. You know, the place is bouncing, the place is alight, and then we give a slack goal away, a long ball, one header down. He's got the goalie's got to do better. It just goes straight through him.
But are you seeing progress?
Not really. The right back, I said to you a few weeks ago, Martin, he's miles off Kane Vincent-Young, what he used to be. But then is Danasian any better? He came on. How much space did he give that left winger for that goal before half-time? There you go. Get the ball, have a cup of tea, pick your spot. Thanks very much. 3-2.
I feel a bit sorry for the fullbacks though, because Bolton had a plan. Overlap those wing areas and ask Paul Cook, are you adaptable to change from plan A?
Bolton had lost 4 games in 31, so they're used to winning. They know what it takes.
Financial ruin in League 2. Yeah. You can say about all the stats you like. The stat is, you want to talk about stats. Paul Cook's win stat.
They were 19th in League 2 in February. So they've been on a hell of a run. I was impressed with Owen Doyle up front today. I thought he led the line really well for them. But, look, it's frustrating. We're here again. It was 2-2. We'd have gone in at 2-2 at half-time. I think everyone probably would have taken that. And then you come out.
More comments about our missing midfield. And pretty much 2 weeks of what have we done?
What have we done? It's a great question. We'll lead with that one then, Neil. What have you seen today that you feel have been working on?
I don't really know. Edmondson straight in the team. And
how did he do for you?
He looks more of a defender than someone that's comfortable on the ball. And he had moments where he needed to drive up the pitch.
I thought the first goal he switched off for.
Yeah. But there were several times where the team moved over to the left and then they put the ball over and KVY and Danasian were left exposed and Edmondson was nowhere near to help cover.
Were you surprised he took KVY off?
No, he had to go off.
Do you think? I mean, he's a professional football player. If he can't get through another 80 minutes on a booking, then Well, you shouldn't be a pro.
What I saw out there was not a pro. He was a man who, for whatever reason, he turned up today and his head wasn't in the game. His feet were slow and we were looking like it was going to be a corner, and he just chopped him.
Yeah, it was an awful.
The ball was there to be taken. He was so slow, and when he finally made the challenge, he took him down.
Well, yeah, it was an awful. From where I was sat from the cobbled, it was an awful challenge, unneeded as well, as you say. Are we wasting Macaulay Bonne?
I don't know. There's times where the people congratulated him on his always going to the far side. As soon as someone gets the ball, they're looking for the diagonal ping. But there's times where I think just move potentially. There's like a channel there, and there was a few times where we could play the ball in, and he's just not there.
You say that, but he's a natural finisher, and it's a classic Town move to finally find a natural finisher, and then just put a fucking deck of cards at the back that collapse every time someone blows a slight breeze on them.
Yeah, as much as I've said about Bonne, he was our best player today.
He's just a finisher, isn't he? He finds the area and he can finish the ball from the 6-yard box. Fox in the box.
Yeah. Wes Burns, he was good first half, and ever since the being blinded by the sun moment, he was completely out of the game.
That was a classic moment.
Even hit him, didn't it? The ball was that good.
Turned his back to him on the back. Yeah, perfect ball. But
it summed up the day. Bonds off the inside of the post and didn't go in.
You know, I feel like I've been a bit cheated because I spent all summer excited about where the football club was going, the direction, the ambition, and it's like buying off.
Never get what you're supposed to.
No, it's just what's going on.
Well, you just witnessed it. You can see what's going on. A whole team that just doesn't look ready. They were put under pressure, and there were moments where you think your decision making, and they didn't seem to know each other. The headers going back, Danasian headed one back. It wasn't really anywhere near the goalie. He's scrambling across, but he obviously wasn't even expecting a header back. How the defence move as a group.
It's right what Eva said. We're great in possession. Out of possession,
but it was slow.
Out of possession, we are.
It was slow, and they from the
out of possession, we're easy to play against. I think you put in the WhatsApp group, but was it half time?
Yeah.
We are so easy.
Oh, easy.
We are.
Because if everyone to a man to a woman on the Thursday preview can say what Paul Cook's going to do formation-wise. Well, so Bolton, with all their scouts and the coaches and modern football the way it is. No, exactly. So every team so far this year has come to Portman Road and said, right, Mr. Cook, you're going to play 4-2-3-1. We're going to play this. And you either adapt or you get beaten. Today, Bolton just kept overloading the wings. Paul Cook just stood there and looked at Franny Jeffers, looked at Gary Robertson, thought,
didn't even have to overload the wings. The goalie had a moment where there was the pattern, and he just played it straight through to their advanced midfielder.
Yeah. Lots of chat about Paul Cook time up, as you say.
Yep.
What's the feeling here? Paul Cook time up, Paul Cook more time. How are we feeling? Who wants to step forward and take that man on? I mean, Lee, you've not been shy about the win stat. That ain't got better since you spoke about it. Come on in, Lee.
4 more.
How many? How many more games?
He gets to 10.
Well, I don't know. I'm lost for words. Absolutely lost for words.
Like you.
I know it's not.
I don't want us to become a sacking club and panicking, but at the minute,
That ain't fucking panicking.
No, I'm not saying. Let me say. I said
You've been Paul Cook's poster boy.
Yeah, but I don't want us to become a joke and a sacking club, and everyone will be thinking, "Oh, look, Ipswich signed 19 players. Oh, he's had 10 games. He's gone." Because what happens if the next manager comes in and he has another 10, 15 games and it doesn't work? Do we keep going sacking? But there has to become a tipping point, Martin, because, like I said earlier, I don't want to really put that mark on him for last season, but he has to, doesn't he? He has to. But I'm going on what I'm seeing now, and that on the today. Look, credit to Bolton, they played well, but that's way off the standard of what we've let. Is that 11 goals? 11 goals we've let in at home.
Yep.
In 4 games, 15 goals. And look, we can score as many goals as we want, but when you're as leaky as a sieve at the back, Wolfenden tonight. Penny for his thoughts. I just wonder what he's thinking. Is he
Penny for Penny's thoughts.
Is he going to go and tap on Paul Cook's office door? So is he going to have him in tomorrow? I'd have him in tomorrow training.
Ryan Senior, justice for Paul Lambert. He's done better than Paul Cook.
Look, we have to move on from Lambert, from Hurst,
Move backwards.
from Mick. But Ollie hit the nail on the head. He said at half time, I'd sit here bored and take a 1-0 victory. There you go.
God, I don't know about that.
Well, the question becomes...
It's results. I mean, it is about results, isn't it? And you asked me about time, and I've had a chance to think about it. It's not the number of games that he gets; it's the manner of the defeat and how you lose, isn't it? And things. So how, you know, if we have another 2 games like that, then people will call for his head even more, won't they? But if we're still in games and we're picking points up, then maybe he'll get a bit longer. But you've got to win. I mean, the race has started. It's not about gelling anymore, is it? It's, you know, we're 6 games in now, aren't we? And we've got 3 points. That's not enough. You're going to have to go on some sort of supersonic run now to climb the table. And we've got the players. The players are there. The system, we're too open. We play too open. And the midfield too, whether it's the right people or the wrong people, the system is not suiting what we're doing. They're number 10. Had the freedom with Portman Road in the first half. Absolute freedom.
Yeah. I think the gel question has to kind of be dropped, because when you make, you know, unforced changes, particularly a centre half with a new goalie behind you, it ain't about gelling.
I mean, that was my team, and I said that with my team. You've got to think like Wolfenden. Has he played that badly?
No.
And if you're managing a big squad, if you own the shirt, then
he's got super hold on there.
Super hold and hairspray.
I think if you own the shirt, you've got to keep it until you do something wrong. Change the goalkeeper, yeah. But Wolfenden's now going to be sitting there thinking, well,
yeah,
if someone gets injured, I'll come in for 1 game, and then I'm going to be out again. Well, that doesn't inspire him to carry on to play. If once you've got that shirt, you need to keep it. But you know, results will turn that around, and we'll all feel different after a few wins if that comes. But I mean, I'm going to bloody Lincoln next week. I mean, that A17 is a nightmare at the best of times. But the dawn of thought going up there to watch Lincoln after they win 5-1 today.
Yeah, 5-1 away at Cambridge.
Jesus, we can't go up there and play. We can't go up there and be open like that. That's going to be an absolute another slaughter. Isn't it?
I agree, but I don't think we can play any other way. He plays one way. Is he suddenly going to think?
He's playing one way at the job centre at the moment.
I was speaking to the guys behind Martin. So his coaching staff, what were they all?
The strikers,
attacking players, wingers, midfielders. Where is that defensive coach? I said to the fisherman about 4 weeks ago on a Friday afternoon, I was talking to him, you need a defensive coach in here, John McGreal. That's who I'll get in.
Yeah, I think it's gone past that. I think you need a tactical coach. Wow. When he turns around and looks at Frank Jefferson, Gary Roberts, or whoever else is on that bench, the answers he's getting clearly aren't the right ones, if they're getting any, because you're not changing anything.
It was too late with it. I mean, we lost 2 goals really quickly second half.
That killed it. The game was gone after
55
minutes.
But it's half time. It's 3-2. We've sat through the same 45 minutes. It's been open as they come, and they trot out like it was a 0-0 game. And trotters. There you go. You see, have that one for free. Throw it out on Ko-Fi for those sort of puns. But honestly, like, where was the tactical switches at half time or the tweaks?
I'd have gone 4-4-2. I'd have got another striker on.
That's another thing. How many times we put a ball in the box, we've got one player in there?
Mike Brown. I think Mike Brown said it, didn't he, on Thursday? I hate to agree with the fisherman. Mike, if you're watching, you're not right very often. But and James Norwood, he's not our best striker. Macaulay Bonne is.
Caden Jackson.
Caden Jackson. What is
Is
that?
Norwood fit? Because I'm sure I've seen him training.
He might have been training, but
he's behind Caden Jackson in the pecking order.
There's another thing. Look, we're probably going this tomorrow, Martin, about injuries. What are they doing up there? What are they doing up there? When I see him training, none of them have got shin pads on.
Oh,
none of them.
Steve Claridge.
Well, he wore little
Claridge.
He wore little shin pads, but they're charging around. Where was Scott Fraser? Where was he today?
There you go. Coxy. Where was Scott Fraser today?
Well, we don't know, do it? Because they'll poke a Paul when it comes.
Yeah.
COVID test out of it.
That's the funny thing, right? Poker Paul the injuries, but open as they come with the formation.
No, where are they today? We're just assuming that Scott Fraser is injured today. Is Wolfenden injured, or is he just?
No, he's in Greg's spine. Yeah. 2 Belgian bun sausage roll, caught the crunch.
Well, it's the same with Halat.
He's getting Ipswich buses home as well.
How much is it? £2.
There you go, £2.
Yeah,
Every 10 minutes.
Contactless payment as well.
Contactless as well. Look at that. Let's see.
Yeah. I mean, Haladki, you know, he's been dropped. He's completely out of the picture. Holy's on the bench. You know,
Is Holy next? Sure. I mean, that's as debuts go.
Exactly, yeah.
We talk about Larson Toure, Sonny Aluko,
Mark Fish.
Mark Fish.
Henri
Christian Walton
Clepin,
now joins that
coming
ring
back,
of honour.
Henri Clepin, yeah.
Surely. You can see 5 at home. You look as lapsadaisical as they come. Indecisive.
He's not going to play, obviously.
That man there is more decisive.
Is he? Blimey. Obviously, he's not going to play Tuesday, is he? Where was Alaki? Why was he not on the bench?
I've got no idea.
Was that a thing of like, right, I'm just going to take you out the firing line? What does he?
Completely.
Penny for his thoughts tonight. What is he thinking?
Is it to take him out of the firing line, or just to give him a message that, you're crap, mate?
Can I just say, man?
Let's bring in Walton.
Can I just say about Aladsky? If he has just dropped him, what's that done for his confidence? I mean, I personally think that'll shoot him to bits. I mean, I don't think if you're gonna like rest him, fine, put him on the bench. But I mean, to take him completely out of the squad completely, I just think that's the wrong decision for that lad. I really do.
He's nailed his colours to the mast with the goalkeeper, isn't he?
Yeah,
now he's obviously Christian Walton. He's had him at Wigan, and he's had an absolute stinker. So
what? The Christian Walton show. I'm not going back there. Beat somewhere.
No, but he's had a stinker. But we can't bin him after one game, can we? Surely.
Neil's just asked a fantastic question, though. Actually, you can ask it. It's your question.
How long do the players keep belief and have confidence in the plan?
Well, you said, didn't you, on the WhatsApp group, they weren't playing for him. I just think.
On that was so quick.
But listen, I just think. I wouldn't say they're not playing for him. The game was dead at 55 minutes. It was.
We love Ipswich. Someone has to.
But the game was dead, wasn't it, at 55 minutes? And they were going through the motions, Martin. It was a case of, right, get us off this pitch.
How long? There comes, and I said this when he talked about responsibility, players taking responsibility and personal mistakes. There comes a point when players tune out the message because your words don't change, but and neither do your actions. And I think when Roy Keane was manager, he suffered from that same sort of fate. He'd go in there, all guns blazing, lock them in for an hour, and then more or less the same 11 the following week. And it'd be, well, as a fringe player this is now, so Luke Wolfenden, if nothing's changing when you ship 5 goals at home or you're not winning a game, well, when's my chance going to come? And then that sort of...
But then wouldn't you, if you're a manager, say, right, you got us in this mess last week, get us out of it next week at Lincoln and play the same.
We've done that after Burton, after Cheltenham, at what point do you stop saying you're making the mess? Adios amigos.
We've lost games, but we've not lost games like we have here today, have we? Really?
No, today was just a dialogue.
But what do we do Tuesday now? Does Tuesday? I know it's the Pizza Cup. Does that become a big game now for Paul Cook? Does that become a big game?
Just to get the first win, yeah.
I'd personally, this is God's honest truth. I know Rich will probably disagree with me, and that's his prerogative. I would pick, if I was Paul Cook tonight, I would pick the side I was going to pick at Lincoln on Tuesday night. And the reason I would do that is because that gives them more minutes. That gives them a little bit more. I know Martin ain't going to like this word. That gives them a little bit more time to gel, right? Well,
the band word.
No, I would pick the side that was going to play at Lincoln. Right. I really would.
Right. Say you pick the team that you're going to play at Lincoln.
Yeah.
And West Ham kids roll us over. What do you do then?
Good question. But
that's what I asked you.
Yeah, that's a good.
Is it good by Cook, Colin?
Let me just answer what Richard just said. That's a good question. Now, the side that he played today would be more or less, apart from injuries, his first team kind of thing. So, I think no, I would go for it. I would absolutely go for it. I'd pick my best side on Tuesday night. I mean, a lot of people say pick all the under 23s. I don't see where that helps for the following Saturday. I just don't, Rich. I mean, I just think games and games and games. produces more fluent kind of performances, Rich. That's just my opinion, mate.
I just think it'll be a sort of a mishmash of probably the ones who are on the bench today. Cameron Humphreys, someone like him will probably play. Holy will probably play in goal. Who's coming Tuesday? Anyone?
Not me.
There's not many coming, but we need it. We need a result. Why? That's another thing. Why is it a free ticket for West Ham in the Pizza Cup? I don't know. But what do you reckon, Arch? Come on, give me your thoughts.
Keep it clean, Arch.
Come on.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Also,
How many games are you giving him?
No more.
Also,
Archie wants him out.
That's a chance for. At the end of the day, whatever you call the competition, like when Norwich always refer to the competition, the only competition they've ever won, I just call it a milk jug, right? Now everybody call this the Pizza Cup, but it is a day out at Wembley for people like Archie and Ollie and all these young kids here. No, everybody, yeah, but especially the younger ones. It's a day out at Wembley, and the squad, if you forget today, that is, the squad at this football club is more than capable. Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you.
You've got to have a winning habit. You don't care if you're playing on a five-a-side on a Friday afternoon. Them players should want to win. Whoever they pick Tuesday, they should want to win. And we need a win. We desperately need it. Cook needs a win.
Richard is absolutely right. And my Andrew has said this several times on the chat. And there's something that I've said as well. A winning mentality. That man up there, that really handsome man called Sir Bobby Robson, he had a winning mentality. He had a bit of a rough old start, but he had a winning mentality. He had a squad that only knew, like George was saying the other night, he had a squad that only knew one thing: win. That's all their mentality was about, winning all of the time, not just some of the time. When a League Cup tie came round for that lot, they wanted to play Bloomenwell win it. It didn't matter. League Cup was one of the competitions then, which was like what these lads are called the Papa John Trophy now. It was one of the lesser tournaments, but George Burley and Kevin Beattie them still wanted to win. They still got the semi-finals and that. You know what I mean? And they had 66 game blooming seasons. This lot have got to start getting, like Richard quite rightly says, they've got to start getting that first win, get the monkey off the bat and get a winning mentality, because there's a losing mentality in this club. Whether people like it or not, there is a losing mentality. And also the supporters, especially the younger ones, have got used to it. I can't get used to it because for 2/3 of my life supporting this club, I've only known a winning mentality in this football club, like a lot of people of my age have done.
That's what I'm saying about Cook. Sooner or later, there has to be a tipping point, Colin, because like you're saying, winning becomes a habit. So does losing. If you're not getting results, and you think, what today, 19,500.
Yes.
Lincoln next Saturday, we'd probably take 1,800 there. So sell out. You're getting fantastic support.
That's another point, Rich. This lot here, Richard, me, all these young children, and everybody else, we're doing our jobs.
Yeah, it's like mine said. They have to step up. Them players on the pitch, and I know some people might say, look, I think the goalkeeper, Haladki, when he came in, it looked a bit too big for him. It did. But they're being paid decent wages, that lot out there. They'll all go home tonight thinking, have I done my job? There's not many there, Coxy, that can say, I've given a decent performance. I'd say
absolutely.
Macaulay Bonne,
definitely.
Wes Burns,
Luco.
And I'd say a Luco. The rest of them, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and think, was that good enough, what I done today?
Hayden Collison?
Average. He was average. He tried. He tried. He tried. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm not saying none of them didn't try, but it just wasn't good enough. And go on.
From Gary Denny. Matt Cruncher, flip it the other way. Younger squad decimates West Ham kids. Do you give him a chance?
What, for Lincoln? It doesn't happen like that. We know that if he changes it, he makes 11 changes here on Tuesday night and they win. He's not going to pick many of them at Lincoln. He's not going to, Mike. He's not. Yeah, he's not brought 19 senior players in to be, all due respect to someone like Cameron Humphreys, good player. I think we all agree he's looked good when we see him against Newport. If he comes in Tuesday night, has a great game, is he going to be playing at Lincoln on Saturday? Probably not. That's just being
His
realistic.
interview today, it's on me. It doesn't worry him. Hang on.
Well, he'll have to worry him.
Hammer interview.
He'll have to worry him.
Sounds like a
He's
Hammer
not
interview.
worried after that.
Play for big clubs.
Nah, I'm not. He played for Coventry, played for Wolves.
Has he really said that?
Norwich.
The manager of his club has said
He
he's
He
just
played for
worried.
Norwich, Martin Cookie did.
Blue Apple Boy. Cook is
Only
being
5 games.
interviewed, and he says apparently he said it's on me. It doesn't worry him. Now, jokes aside, I've heard that phrase before. I've been on a show, a post-game show, and said that phrase before about a different manager. Like, it should worry him.
It's just Groundhog Day all the time, isn't it? Eh? Groundhog Day.
Is that him saying that he's not under pressure for his job yet, internally?
In my view, is the problem. Couldn't wait for critics of players. They probably think they did well. Says Matt Stannard, and Gordon Blue's absolutely lost for words.
I think we all are lost for words a little bit, aren't we? After seeing that, it's 2. It was 2-2 first half. Were we enjoying it? It was end to end. It was like a basketball game. The third goal for me, Martin, it kills us. I know it's on half time. He's got to be good. He's got to be better in that dressing room, isn't he? He's got to be better in that dressing room to sort that out at half time and sort them problems out.
Yeah.
The fucking first 10 minutes we come out there, second half, we were an absolute fucking shambles.
Final words before tomorrow's
Shambles.
Talk of the Town, where the fans are invited again. As always, links in.
Matt Phillips will not be on the show. He's in London.
He's missed the corker.
He's in London.
Yeah,
Big wedding.
Yeah. Word out to
Usher.
Callie and Matt Phillips today. You lucky sods going to a wedding.
Callie.
Final words.
Callie, green shoots. I'm missing them.
Yeah, we can't smell them today, Callie.
Who's doing the player ratings? That's what I want to know.
Zero.
Oh, I'll do them if you want. Yeah, we'll do them.
Today's player ratings are. Well, I won't do them. For anything.
There's not many would get above a 4.
Oh, one would get a 7.
Bon, Burns, Aluko. The rest of them.
Why do they play Burns at right back? I'm thinking winger right. Barry. The first Englishman in the Catalonian Academy. A pretty good player by all accounts.
I'm not really sure why he's at the club. I've said it before, and he's frustrated. I think his old man was. Where was that he played? And he got subbed. I think it was Burton away. He weren't very happy. He won't be here in January. He'll go back. He'll go back and play somewhere else.
I must admit, I do agree with Rich what he said earlier about John McGrail. I've said that before on the chat before. I'd have John McGrail, definitely.
But Cookie, if you're watching this tonight, you got 4 games, pal. Sort it out. Otherwise, P45. P45.
Support for Talking Town is brought
There's
to you
the bin
by
lorry.
Manscaped, who's the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Hold up, fellas. I don't think we've quite understood what